This is the book of St. John, chapter 5, verse 28. Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming, in which all that are in the graves shall hear his voice. Kol Holayim La, Abanawa Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rekak Kwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hope for the elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. St. John, chapter 5, verse 28. Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming, in which all that are in the graves shall hear his voice. And what is that voice? That voice is of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. Okay? And I only heard that voice when I received the 144% truth from the men that Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai is supping with, from the men that Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai has given his understanding, his pleasure, his will to. Okay, because we all come into this truth. We all, are informed and awoken, of course, by Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai first and foremost. Okay, but we learn and hear that we're Israelites from these camps that we first come across, such as GOCC, HOI, WFI, IUIC, okay, ISUPK, Sakari, And this lesson right here will be a personal testimony to show you, and for me to also tell you how I found GMS, how I found the true men of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and also started to receive the true understanding of the scriptures, and to understand this Bible precisely and correctly. Okay? This is St. John chapter 5, and I'm going to read verse 25. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the hour is coming, and now is, when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of the Most High, and they that hear shall live. And at one point in life, we were all zombies. We were all dead. We were all spiritually dead, mentally and physically, man. Okay, we were just slaves in this world. We were just taking heed to what Esau Edom was teaching us. Not researching the what was being taught to us. We were just believing the adversary, the devil's words, man. Okay? So when the Lord has finally given you to his men, which are the men of Great Millstone, whether you like it or not, that's when you become alive, man. That's when the Lord is actually breathing that life back into you, that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And for you to be able to understand these scriptures correctly, man. Okay, because they're getting broken down to you through the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, but we're going to grab a few precepts and then I'll go into the testimony. Okay, so let's jump to the book of Isaiah. And bear with me, I'm using one of my brand new Bibles that I haven't been using, that I just want to use for this lesson to get used to, so be patient with me. So this is going to be the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 2. The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death. And that's what this land is. That's what Babylon the Great, aka America, is, the shadow of death. Okay, the place of anti-life, the place of corruption, the place of pollution, the place of confusion. Okay, the place that produces nothing but to be against Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and to promote wickedness, to promote filth. Okay, to advertise Satan's Satan's plans, man. Okay, it was another word I want to use, but we'll just use that. Isaiah 9 verse 2. The people that walked in darkness, okay, because again, at one point we were in darkness, man. We weren't being educated in our history. We weren't being educated in our true heritage. We weren't being educated in who we truly are. We didn't know our history. We didn't know the reason why we went through and go through the things that we go through in this captivity. All right? But now we do, because the Lord has directed us to his true apostles, his true seers, his true spokesmen, his true prophets. Okay? The men that he have planted his will, his pleasure, his understanding in these men for us to receive it. Okay, the people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them have that light shine. And what is that light? The light is these words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, this gospel, this good news, man. Okay, to no more be in the shadow of darkness, to no more be in a mind of just going with the flow, a mind of just taking everything to face value what these devils tell us, man. No, now we're prudent. Now we do a diligent search just like they have done a diligent search. Okay? Now we understand and we have the answers for all our questions that we required in this life, man. Okay, and I say this all the time, but I don't know about you, but I've always had these questions since I was born in this captivity, man. And those questions have been answered. First and foremost by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai through his prophets. Okay? Let's jump back to the book of St. John. It's the book of St. John, chapter 8. And I'm going to read verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. And that is a very, very powerful statement that was spoken by Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, because with us knowing this truth, we are mentally and spiritually set free. Because we know the truth. We know why everything is going on that is going on upon the earth. Okay, we're free from the mental and spiritual bondage that Esau Edom has had us in for so long in this captivity. He doesn't hold us in a state of being conformed and submitted to him as a good boy servant, as a yes sir master type of servant. And yes, we have to work. We have to, still do things to survive in this society, in this corrupted, polluted society, I must say. But we're free because we have the knowledge, the true knowledge and understanding and wisdom from on high. Okay, we are the most intelligent people on the planet right now because the Lord has revealed his secrets to us. And also, too, we know the future and we know the outcome. When we're just patiently suffering and waiting for that judgment to be brought forth. So yes, we're mentally and spiritually, and soon will be physically set free. This is the most precious and the most best gift you can ever receive in any life that you have in any captivity, man. Is to be a servant, to be a prophet, to be revealed the understanding of the Lord, Salakia. To be given these secrets, man. Okay, and I was only enlightened, only taught correctly, only revealed these true secrets, these true knowledge, wisdom, and understanding by finding the men of Great Millstone. Elder Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Gabar, Elder Apostle Rakat, Elder Apostle Aramlab, and the elder bishops on down and the elders, man. That's when I started to recognize and started to improve and started to, put my hand to the plow and started to study, started to take things seriously. Because this is not a game. And what was one fact? It's a lot of factors I can go into, but I don't want to have this testimony be too long, which I'm pretty sure is probably going to be an hour for me speaking and bringing these precepts out. But hey, it is what it is. Okay? Every brother has a testimony, and I was inspired by my Rashim of my camp to bring forth this testimony. And the inspiration always comes from on high through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. Okay, so let's jump to the book of Ecclesiastes. And again, we can get plenty of accounts to show, which we'll grab a few, but I don't want to grab a whole bunch, but I'll just grab enough to clarify the point. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verse 1. Who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? Okay? Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 1. Who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A wise, a man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. And that is what I saw, first and foremost, in the elder apostles, elder bishops, elders on down, the beloved brothers, the beloved prophets, the apostles of Great Millstone. That's what I saw on their face, that shine, that boldness, that glow of wisdom, and speaking it with so much authority, having so much confidence because they fear the Lord. You can see in these men's face, in these men's countenance, in these men's posture, in these men's spirit that they fear the Lord. And with all that being on them, you can see the wisdom shining from them, man. You can see that they actually are sincere. They have integrity. They have humility. They have the true understanding in the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, that the matters of our Bible has been revealed to them over the years, that they have dedicated their lives to do the work of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. That's when I knew I was going to be set free, because the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding was given to me at that point. It made me want to be a better person, man. Because when I first came into the truth, and obviously, I saw a Watchman for Israel on the internet. IUIC HOI was the first camp that I joined, but I'll hold that testimony back until the end, because I want to just be able to speak on that in general. Okay, but let me read this precept again. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 1. Who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? And you can tell that the elder apostles, the way they break things down and how they go into it, the research, their diligence, that they understand the interpretation. They understand the dark sayings, the dark parables. And that the Lord is supping with them, that the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, is dealing with them. You can see the jealousy, the envy of these other camps, congregations, whatever you want to call them, however you want to state them, that they have a very, very envious and jealous spirit upon them, because the only camp that is saying they have the 144% truth is GMS. The only camp that defends the gospel is GMS. The only camp that reproves and rebukes is GMS. The only camp that stands on business, as you niggas in the world say, is GMS. And I would still feel this way today, even if I wasn't a part of GMS, because I learned from them. They showed me the right way of how to go about things. If I didn't find GMS, I probably would be back in the world, man. And I say that through the Spirit, man, because, again, I'll speak on it in the testimony. These other camps are not right. It's not about just preaching and teaching, just doing the work, man. They have to bring in the world into this truth, man. And my testimony will verify that. GMS put the Spirit on me through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah to go out to teach, to study, to increase my knowledge, to be diligent, to research, to actually sacrifice, to become a man, and amongst other things. A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed, man. Okay? But let's jump back to the book of St. John. Bear with me. Like I said, this is a brand new Bible, a crisp Bible at that. There's nothing written in this Bible. I got to start transitioning this Bible from my old Bible to this one. I have nothing written down in this Bible. That's why I haven't touched it yet. But I'll start doing that day by day out of one route to Zah so I can start using it. This is the book of St. John, chapter 15, verse 15. Henceforth, I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends. But I have called you friends. Now listen, the Lord, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, said he has called his servants, his apostles. This meant that he sent out in this day and age right now to preach his gospel, man. He calls them friends, man. So again, whether you like it or not, the elder apostles, elder bishops, elders on down are the friends. Okay, and furthermore of GMS, let me make that clear, are the friends of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. It shows through their lessons, through their edification, through their spirit, through their how they conduct themselves, through their personalities, man. Okay? Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends. For all things, okay, for all things. So that all things, that's 144% truth. Nothing is hidden from the servants of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai / friends / prophets / seers / workmen, okay, / watchmen, okay, friends. Everything is given to them. Nothing is hid. Okay, the complete understanding of the scriptures, what we need in this captivity, has been given to our elders and apostles. Okay, for all things that I have heard of my Father, Yahweh, I have made known unto you. So everything that Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, the Creator, who has no beginning and no end, what was given from Yahweh to Yahweh Shai, the first created spirit, the Son, everything that was given to Yahweh Shai from Yahweh, he has given to his friends, which are the servants, the watchmen, the seers, the prophets. So for you simple ass niggas to say that there's no way that nobody can have the 144% truth, the Lord is not dealing with you. Because that is a damn lie. Salakia. Yahweh Shai states that fact. And that fact is stated in the scriptures various times. And that 144% truth was given to the elder apostles, elder bishops, elders on down of Great Millstone. Okay? And let's keep on proving the fact, man. Let's keep on, because it's Sophia. It's that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, correct? So it is given to the elder apostles, elder bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Now, bear with me. I want to find Salakia. Where's the book? I'm trying to find here. I have to make some daggone some spots for certain things in this Bible, but here we go right here. Wisdom of Solomon. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7. And I'm going to start off at verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. Okay, so we're talking about knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, Sophia. Verse 25. For she is the breath of the power of the Most High, and pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her. So why do you think that these other camps don't have the full understanding, the full truth? Because they're defiled. They're corrupted. Their mind is not fully cleansed. Their countenance, their spirit has not submitted completely to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, because it's again, just preaching and teaching, doing as you're told isn't enough for Jake. Jake has to make merchandise of this truth. Jake has to make fucking mixtapes, lavish Passovers, fashion shows, okay, all types of stuff we can name continuously. Asking for money for prayers now. Asking money for Hebrew names. All types of stuff that we're supposed to be doing free for the body, free for the elect of Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Our people are becoming extortioners against the Lord's election of our nation, man. And which furthermore, you're offending. And to be clear and blunt, you're being wicked and of this world, man. You're defiled. That's why that true knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is not going to be revealed to you, because the Lord is not dealing with you, man. You're here to, everybody's here for this truth for a purpose, man. And obviously you other Israelites, your purpose is to lead the ones astray to be destroyed to their destruction, man. Okay? That's your purpose, man. And it puts fear in us, the true worshipers, out of one Ratazah, to see these things and to really take heed and to know what the Lord is doing, man. It makes us examine ourselves. It makes us humble down more. Okay, it makes us pray to the Lord to not have us be partakers of y'all evil deeds, man. To not fall into temptation of what you guys do, and to walk correctly and uprightly in the true spirit of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7. I'm going to read verse 25 again. For she is the breath of the power of the Most High, and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her. For she is the brightness of the everlasting light, the unspotted mirror of the power of the Most High, and the image of his goodness. And being but one, she can do all things. And remaining in herself, she maketh all things new. And in all ages, entering into holy souls. Listen. And in all ages, entering to holy souls, she maketh them friends of the Most High and prophets. So, every generation, because as it says in the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14, somewhere maybe in the 30s, I want to say, that the spirit of the prophets are subject to what? The prophets, man. Okay, you come back in your same lot. So the Lord, and it also states too, Salakia, verse 28, Salakia, for the Most High loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom. So, if the Most High loves none but them that dwelleth with wisdom, what does that mean? The Most High is going to reveal to them the secrets, that they are the friends and the prophets. They're holy spirits. And what does that word holy go into? Severed, separate, set apart. That's a special portion to the Lord. That's a special preservation that the Lord has for himself, that he has set aside for a special important task. And those ones that have that are part of that lot, part of that a selection, election, whatever you want to state it, however you want to state it, Salakia, those ones have the secrets revealed to them, the true understanding, the 144% truth. Okay? So let's jump to St. John, and then we'll go into the testimony on how I found GMS. This is the book of St. John, chapter 10. I'm going to start off at verse 25. Yahushua answered them, I told you, and ye believe not. The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me. Okay, because you do have a lot of Israelites, Old Testament, which Yahushua is through the whole Bible, Old Testament, the Apocrypha, and New Testament. Yahushua is through the whole Bible. Okay, and only the ones that the Lord has revealed it to can see it. Okay, but you do have Israelites that proclaim and profess that they believe in the whole Bible, that you can see through their fruits and their spirit and what they teach, that they denounce Yahushua. They don't, reverence or acknowledge him in the way that they should. You have Israelites today that literally believe that when the new kingdom is set up, that the Levites are going to be put back in that order that they was in before, when in actual reality, every tribe, every nation in Israel, okay, Judah on down, all the men are going to be priests, are going to have that office of a priest, are going to be able to do the same thing that the priests do. And actually right now, every man is a priest, okay? And that also shows you with Israelites having that mentality, is that's disrespectful as hell, man. To Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, son Yahushua, that's disrespectful as hell. So do you really think that the Lord is going to be giving his secrets, his understanding, his pleasure, his will to those men? You got to be fucking kidding me if you believe that. All that Yahushua has done to put himself through that affliction, through that brutal, harsh punishment for us to be brought back to the Heavenly Father. And also, too, in the book of Revelation, chapter 5, states and lets you know that Yahushua is the one ditching out the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding. Yahushua is the one breaking the seals on this Bible for us to get the understanding. You fucking niggas, man. It's infuriating, man. And when Yahushua told you in Salakia, forgive me, I'm excited and I'm pissed. Yahweh told you in the Torah that he would send a special being, a special spirit, his son, in the Torah, that he would speak his words and that you should listen to his words. And if you didn't, what would happen? You will be judged for it. So what do you think is going to happen to people that denounce Yahushua, that reject him, that don't acknowledge him? They're going to be put to death, man. Point blank, period, man. Verse 26. But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep, as I said unto you. Clear as day. They were not given and chosen before the creation and foundation of the earth to be amongst and with Yahushua, man. Yahweh didn't choose these spirits and give them to Yahushua. Continuing on. Verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. So look, my sheep hear my voice. So you're not going to like what I'm going to say, but Yahushua, why Yahushua's sheep are GMS, the elder apostles, elder bishops on down. Those are the sheep that he set up in these last days to give us these understanding. So I, myself, I did not hear the understanding, the light. I did not see that light. I did not see the wisdom. I did not see the shine on any other men until I came across GMS. I didn't hear the voice of Yahweh Ba'ashin, Yahushua, Yahweh, why Yahushua, until I came to GMS. That's when I heard the understanding. That's when I heard my calling. That's when I heard everything I needed to know through the men that Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shah set up, starting with Elder Apostle Tahar, Aramla Rakar, Elder Apostle Gabar. These are the sheep of the Lord, man. Again, St. John chapter 10, verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my Father's neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. My Father, which gave them me, is greater than all, and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand. So you won't be able to deceive the elect. You won't be able to make the elect go another way. You won't be able to slander, make false accusations, say all types of nonsense, also all types of BS, all these things that you guys do and try to aim at the elder apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone to make them look in a bad state, as a bad example, etc. Salakia. It's not going to hold any weight because the Lord has revealed his true men. The Lord has revealed who he's dealing with, who he's speaking through. The Lord has revealed the true understanding, the knowledge, the wisdom, who he has given it to and who he's dealing with right now. And until I found GMS, I did not receive the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding. I did not do anything that I was supposed to be doing now until I found GMS. Okay? So now for the testimony. So when I first came into truth, I'm going to try to keep this as short as I can, but as precise and as edifying as I can. And I'm going to be as honest as I can. Well, so like it, not as I can. I'm going to be honest, very honest. Okay? So I'm going to just be direct. So obviously I was in the world. And I remember the first day I came across a video of the Israelites, of the Hebrew Israelites. I remember the first day. And like I said, I'm going to be honest and straight, direct, and blunt. The very first day, I just had got done smoking a blunt. Yes, I know it. Hey, I said I'm going to be honest. So the very first day I came across this video, I just got done smoking a blunt. I sat down on the couch, grabbed my phone, went to YouTube. So I'm just surfing, watching videos, looking through. Then I had saw something, and the very first video I came across was Watchmen for Israel. Okay, the Naquam and them, the youngins out in Baltimore. The very first video I came through was them. I forgot the exact title of the video, but we all know the way they title their videos, it'll have you click it. So I saw the title, and I was like, oh, what is this? So I clicked it, and immediately, I'm seeing, what was being said, and I saw that they were, speaking through the Bible and bringing out precepts, and having a dialogue with I don't know if it was an Edomite or I can't remember exactly the type of situation in the video per se, but I know, I was watching it and then I was listening to what they were saying, and they were saying, you so-called Africans, you Hispanics, you Native American and similar Indians, you're Israelites, you're not black, you're not this, you're not that. And, then, once I heard these certain things and, the precepts that was being brought out, it hit me. I was like, oh, hold on a minute. So you mean to tell me that we were lied to all this time, that we're not, what we were told what we were? We're not so-called Africans, and they were breaking down, that those two names came from two so-called white men, Edomites. So all this stuff coming out for the first time, I was intrigued, and I started, I kept on watching from that point, and like I said, when I first came in and first found, I was smoking weed and stuff, and I obviously, I still have to this day the one lesson I actually showed the French T-shirts that I have. So I at one point, I started ordering my a couple of French T-shirts, a Bible, and obviously a King James Bible and the Apocrypha, and I started, just to try to get myself together. And I at that point, it was fucked up, but this was my mentality before I was actually really changed in my mind and really taking heed and really being fearful of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I had I don't know if it was a a zip of Mary and J. I don't know if I had a whole zip. I'm not too sure, but I told myself, I prayed, I said, Lord, which is, it sounds fucked up, which it was at the time, but I prayed to the Lord. I said, look, I'm not going to, I don't want to half-ass nothing and be still doing what I'm doing. And so once I get done, with this bag of Mary Jane, then I'm going to start taking it seriously. And that's actually what I did. And at that point, before I was smoking cigarettes, but I had quit smoking cigarettes about maybe like a year or a year and a half before prior of that. So I'd already stopped doing that. So once I got my fringes and my Bibles, I finished off that little, again, I don't know if it was a half or a whole zip of Mary Jane, but I finished it off. And then I started to take things seriously. Now, I wasn't studying. I wasn't reading my Bible. I wasn't, I wasn't doing anything. The only time I would actually open my Bible, because again, I was watching Watchmen for Israel and HOI. I was watching the camps that basically, was in alliance with Watchmen for Israel and HOI, which y'all already know those camps. Okay, Sakari, HOI, Watchmen for Israel. I think the House of David, if I'm not mistaken. But basically, the only time I would open up my Bible is when Watchmen for Israel would have a study class once a week. I think it was like either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and they would put on their YouTube the information for you to be able to join the study class. So that's the only time I would actually open my Bible and write the precepts in my Bible. And from that point, like I said, I would do that once a week and learn that way. But as far as me just reading on my own, I wouldn't do it, and I wasn't doing no lessons. I wasn't sacrificing nothing. I was just watching videos every day. And then Sakari and everything, watching Sakari and everything, and even at one point I tried to get with Sakari, but the Lord withdrew me from trying to be with them. And then at that point, I found HOIDC. Because I was watching Zabak, in New York and everything. I learned a few things from Zabak too, but I was watching Zabak. And, obviously they always leave their emails and stuff like that. So that's how I got in contact with Zabak. And I asked Zabak, if I could be able to join HOI. And he responded, of course, and he told me that he asked me what region I was in, and I told him I'm in the DMV area. I'm in Virginia, but I'm in the DMV area. I'm close to DC. So he told me I can joined the DC camp, and he gave me the head of the DC camp was the brother's name was Yaquataz. So he gave me Yaquataz's number, and I contacted him, and he told me where they would be at on Saturday. So I came, the first camp I came, had my Fringe t-shirt on, all that and everything else, brought my Bible. And basically, after the camp, Yaquataz told me, you got to hold post and you hold posts and do this and do that, and sometimes I might call you up to read and this and that, and we'll have discussions and stuff like that. So I'm going to camp every week, and again, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not studying. I'm still basically in the world. I just know I'm an Israelite, a t-shirt French Israelite. Obviously, at that point, I wasn't smoking weed, and obviously I wasn't, partaking in the things that I was doing before. And also, too, at that point, I had a couple of women that I was dealing with when I came into the truth. So, after every, because they do the Friday to Saturday Sabbath, which is incorrect. So after every camp on Saturday, I would hit up my broad and tell her, I'll be home and such come through. And you obviously know why, so I ain't going to go into detail. But it came to a certain point that the Lord put the Spirit on me. Because also too, it was a couple of other. It was another young brother, a Reubenite, a young brother, probably like in his 22, 23, 24, something like that. And there was another brother that was a little bit younger than me. And we kind of got close, and everything else. We would link up, and again, I was still in the world, man. You know, the linked up came down my way. We went to the goddamn bar around my way. You know, and like I said, we kind of got close, and I had you know, the young Reubenite dude, you know, stopped by the crib a few times, and you know, we tried to keep the high holy days, you know, me and him, as well as we could. And you know, we always had discussion that, you know, we're not learning enough, and you know, things ain't going the way it should be going. You know, we ain't learning, we ain't having classes, we ain't studying, we ain't doing this. You know, we're not being taught in HOY. And again, it was between me, the young Reubenite, and the other dude was a Judite. You know, he wanted to be a boxer. Okay, you know, and you was having all these conversations about how we felt about things and everything else. And to, you know, to make a long story short on that matter, basically the young Reubenite took upon himself, because one, Salaki, before I even get to that point, Salaki, we had a conference, a phone conference about, I forgot exactly what it was about. It was about something. I can't remember exactly what it was about, but in that phone conference, you know, because at this point it was like, I think I was amongst them for like almost 7 to 8 months. But at like 6 months, it got to the point, you know, I asked him on the conference call, I was like, you know, how come we ain't having Bible study? How come we ain't learning? How come we ain't doing this? How come we ain't doing that? And the brother Yakutas, which he was the head of the camp, you know, Benjamin brother with a big ass, he had a big ass beard, Benjamin brother. He basically asked a few questions and everything else. And, you know, like I said, at that point, I wasn't studying. I didn't know nothing. And that's the reason why I wanted to have Bible study. And he asked questions about Genesis 1 and, you know, what does this mean, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And one of the brothers that was with his camp, that was on the camera, he knew the answer for the question. He answered it correctly. And, you know, obviously, you know, myself, I answered it wrong. And the Reubenite brother didn't say nothing on the phone. And the other brother, you know, wanted to be the boxer, the other Judite, he didn't say nothing. But basically, you know, I basically, you know, said how I felt and everything else and all that. And the Salakia, that's not it. After that, he said something and we closed the conference. But it was another incident. It was another incident when I called. Yeah, it was about tithing. Salakia, it was about tithing. I'm trying to remember this stuff as clearly as I can, but it was about tithing because there was one thing, you know, always was said, you know, you got to pay your tithes, pay your tithes, pay your tithes. That was one thing that was very stern about, and also talking about, you know, trying to rent out a building and to open a school, you know, all this nonsense, man. Because I was, you know, me and the other two brothers that I was getting close with, we was always thinking like, why the fuck do we need to be worried about opening up a damn school and we want this place to be destroyed? That's not making sense. You know what I'm saying? So we always had conversations amongst ourselves and everything else. But there was one day where I had texted Yakutas and told him, you know, I'm just gonna fall back and I'm just gonna continue to watch the videos and, you know, take notes and everything else. But, you know, I can't afford to tithe right now because of this and that, blah, blah, blah. And so basically I talked to Yakutas, and there was another guy. His name was actually, it's crazy. It's crazy. Now that I think about it, I never thought about it. His name was actually Manatazak. He was from Nigeria. He was from the west coast of Africa. I can't remember exactly what tribe he was. I know it was Southern Kingdom. I don't know if it was Levi, Benjamin, or Judah. He might have been Levi, if I'm not mistaken, but his name was Manatazak. I just now remember. That's crazy, man. But basically, it was him and Yakutas and Manatazak talk. He's like, nah, man, you know, if you can't, you know, tithe right now, don't worry about it. You just give what you can when you can. He's like, but we can't sit right here and tell you not to leave the camp because of that matter. He's like, that'll be messed up on us for us to let you leave because of that situation. It was like, don't worry about this and that, blah, blah, blah. And so, another incident, basically about the study and everything, it came about, and you know, it was aimed towards me because I said something about it. And so basically, we had a conversation, and everything was cleared up about the situation, and it was done. And I advise you, I was the only one out of the three of us, and the other two brothers didn't say anything. I was the only one that spoke on the matter. And so again, another time came across when we had me and the other two brothers, again, the young Reubenite and the other Jake, you know, the He was a Jew that he wanted to be a boxer. You know, he was actually training and stuff to be a boxer and all that. But basically, the same stuff came up about, you know, because, you know, in the beginning of the videos, they wasn't, you know, acknowledging Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They would come out and just say certain things. And then one day, you know, Yakutaz did it. And, you know, I was like, man, that was dope that you acknowledge Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, so, but basically the other two Jakes, they still had that certain issue. And I at this point, I had already said what I had said to the Yakutaz and to the leadership of the camp. So they knew how I felt. So, but had this conversation with the two Jakes, the two younger Jakes, and the young Reubenite took upon himself to go speak to Yakutaz, because Yakutaz had a certain liking to the young Reubenite Jake, but he took a certain a time to contact Yakutaz and basically put me on the forefront and said, I said this, I said that, I said this, I said that, and said nothing about how he or the other dude felt about the situation going on with us learning and everything else in the camp. So basically, he put me on blast back on Front Street and put it all on me. It made it seem like it was just me. And so I received a text from Yakutaz to have counsel on me for me to go into counsel with him and Manatazak. And so I had it was about this the same thing, the same situation. So I had contacted the young Reubenite, and I was like, "Yo, bro, what did you call and tell Yakutaz?" Because he had informed us the night that we had talked that he was going to talk to Yakutaz the next day and tell him how he feels. And he told me, I told him this and that, what you said, this and that, blah, blah, blah. He basically put it all on me. And I had told the young Reuben, I said, look, I said, I'm a grown-ass man. I said, I already spoke to Yakutaz and everybody else. When you was on the phone, you heard. I spoke to him about how I felt and what I said. They knew. I said, y'all didn't say nothing about how y'all felt and how y'all saw things. I said, so how in the fuck you gonna call this man, this grown-ass man, and speak for me? You saw me speak for myself. And I had told the young dude, I said, look, man, I don't need nobody to speak for me. I'm my own fucking man. You saw me speak for myself, so why are you calling this man speaking for me? I already spoke up for myself. And I said, now he hit me up, want to have counsel with me on some bullshit you said that didn't come out of my mouth. That didn't come out of my mouth. And so, you know, I had a back and forth with the Reubenite. You know, he talking shit and everything else. Oh, you Virginia niggas, this and that and this. Because I guess, you know, he was raised in D.C. and everything else. Because it's different. Even though the DMV is in one world, it's different worlds in each state, Maryland, Virginia, and D.C. But there's one thing I can say about Maryland and D.C. Niggas, that they won't come to Virginia because the laws in Virginia are much harsh than D.C. and Maryland. That's one thing I can say about D.C. and Maryland. If they do come out here, they tread lightly. Because they know if you get caught in this system, you're going to be in this system for a very long time. Okay? We all fight. We all do everything else. But, hey, man, it is what it is. But, you know, basically, I corrected the matter and told the young, you know, we're not going to go off on each other and be disrespectful. That's what Satan's doing right now. So we're going to acknowledge we supposed to be brothers. We're supposed to be changed. Let's not go that route. Okay? And so, but I had told the Jake, like, you know, I don't need you to speak for me. I'm a grown man. I can speak for myself. Like, don't do that, man. And so, obviously, you know, I didn't partake in the council with Yakutaz and Manatazak. And it was a Texan moment before that, or maybe after. I can't remember, not too sure. But basically, from what Yakutaz was telling us, what Yakutaz was telling us he wasn't doing. And you know, when you brand new in the truth, you coming up in the truth into your heritage, you want to learn. You want to be able to understand these scriptures. You want to be able to teach, because that was what my spirit wanted. I wanted to be able to teach. I wanted to be able to know how to teach, how to know how to read the precepts and understand them. I wanted to learn, man. Okay, I wanted to learn my Bible. I wanted to, you know how to correctly fear the Lord, know how to conduct myself in society according to the scriptures, man. I wanted to learn. So Yakutaz wasn't doing what he told us he was going to do. So like I said, there was a moment when we was texting back and forth, and I had sent a couple of precepts to basically, correct him and to rebuke him, to let him know that, you didn't do what you said you was going to do for us, because we're new coming in, and especially for myself, I want to learn. And so basically coming to the next week, at that point, the Lord put the spirit on me to not go back to HOI, to just, part my ways and just, completely just leave them dudes alone. And also, since because I didn't go into the council with him and Monatazak, they basically use St. Matthew chapter 18 to, if he will not hear thee, consider him as a publican. As a matter of fact, I'll just read it. This is what they did. This is what they sent me since I didn't go to the council. This is exactly what they sent me. St. Matthew's 18. This is what they sent me once I didn't go to the council. St. Matthew's 18, starting from verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his faults between thee and him alone. Now, see, I didn't trespass against these brothers. That's what they didn't understand, because they was listening to the young Reubenite, and he was saying shit that was already spoken of between me and them. We already had this conversation. I already said how I felt and everything else. It was done. I spoke my piece. The other two brothers didn't. And the only thing I told the other two brothers on the phone, if y'all feel the way y'all feel, I spoke my piece. Y'all need to speak y'all piece. That was the only thing that was said to the two other younger brothers, man. Okay? So there was no trespass on my part. Okay? If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more. Then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. And that's what he tried to do, to have the council with me and him and Monatazak. He brought Monatazak and was like, call at this time. We're going to have a council with you. And there was no need for the council, because the younger brother put me in a situation that I had no fucking reason to be in. It wasn't anything that was brought was not of me. That was of the youngin, the young Reubenite. My name should have not been brought up in that conversation. Point blank, period. Verse 17. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be as to thee as an heathen man and a publican. And that's what they sent me after I didn't go into the council with them. They sent that verse 15 to 17. To basically say I'm a heathen, treat me as a publican. When in actual reality, what the young Reubenite told y'all had nothing to do with me. My name should have not been brought up. So I in count sent back. Let me see if I can remember what I sent back to him. Because again, Yaquataz didn't keep his word. Yaquataz didn't do what he said he was going to do. This is what I sent back to him. Let me see. This is exactly what I sent back to him. Ezekiel 13, starting off at verse 6. They have seen vanity and lying divination, saying, the Lord saith, and the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, have not sent them. Okay, so that part alone right there, when you first read that, basically what I was saying was, nah, the Lord is not saying that to me, he's saying that to y'all. Because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be teaching the Lord's elect, informing them, edifying them. As it goes into the book of Sirach 24 and also Sirach 33 verse 17, I'm going to say. I might be wrong. But matter of fact, I'm going to just read one of them real quick. I think it's Sirach 33. Sirach 33 verse 17. Consider that I labored not for myself only, but for all them that seek learning. And I was seeking edification. I was seeking to learn. And I wasn't being taught. So how are you going to get mad at me and then try to say that I'm I'm not trying to hear y'all, though. You're not trying to hear us. You're not trying to hear me. And again, my name should have not been brought in that conversation. I had nothing to do with that. Nothing. I already spoke my piece. That was it. I don't need another motherfucking man to speak for me, man. And that shit really pissed me off. And that's why I cussed that little Reubenite nigga out, man. And he's not in the truth no more. He's not in the truth no more. From what I know. But Salakia, Ezekiel 13, starting off at verse 6. This is what I sent. They have seen vanity and lying divination, saying, the Lord Yahweh saith, and the Lord Yahweh have not sent them. And they have made others to hope that they would confirm the word. Because I was hoping to get confirmation, to get edification from these men that the Lord directed me to. But again, we have to go through these things to find the true men of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. How I found GMS. I had to go through this. And again, too, even though the Reubenite dude did what he did, the Lord made him do that. Because if the Lord didn't make him do that, again, I could probably be in the world right now, back in the world, or again doing all this foulery and fuckery that these other camps are doing, man. So Thawada Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai for doing what you did through these vessels, man. So I could find GMS. Verse 7. Have ye not seen a vain vision? And have ye not spoken a lying divination? Whereas ye say, the Lord saith it, albeit I have not spoken. Therefore thus saith Yahweh power, because ye have spoken vanity and seen lies, therefore, behold, I am against you, saith Yahweh power. So basically, he told the boxer Jake and the other dude, he said that because at that point I didn't have a Hebrew name. They only knew my name, so I'm not gonna say my government name, but he said that such and such, that motherfucker called me a liar. This is what Yakutas says. That motherfucker called me a liar. Did you not lie, Yakutas? Did you not lie? The scriptures state that you're supposed to be laboring for those that seek learning, correct? Were we having Bible study? Were we being taught? How long was I with y'all? Okay, and again, I met it's stuff that I skipped over. Okay, because again, you had the unity camps, the 4th of July, and you had another camp where Zabak came down, a Watchman for Israel came down. Okay, you had all these other camps come down for 4th of July when I think it was Obama. Was it Obama or who was it that was in office? I forgot who was in office. It might have been Obama. I forgot. It might have been Obama. But at one time we was in front of in D.C. out there. Where there was, I think it was Obama. He was speaking somewhere, and when we camped out in front, when Watchmen for Israel was there, HOI. I think that's the first time I met Naquam, Amos. I met a few of the brothers first time from Watchmen for Israel, and that's the first time I met. That's the very first time and last time I met Chief Ephraim. Okay, and all these dudes walked up to me. Okay, Chief Ephraim, all of them. And the other dude, that's that big Benjamite dude, Shaparium. I think his name was Shaparium. I might be wrong. The crispy black nigga in HOI. I don't know if he's still with him or not, but he's a Benjamite brother. He used to always be with Chief Ephraim. I met him. We ain't speak, but I met him. I met all these people, and then the second time, that's when I met Zabak. And again, Watchman for Israel, Naquam, remembered him, and the other dudes, Martyrs of Yahushua, I met them. Okay, I met a lot of these camps that I was watching through DC. Okay, but that's not important. That's also too. That's why you hear me speaking, through past lessons where I said I met Naquam and them. And again, when I met Naquam and them back then, it's a totally different spirit, man. It was a totally different spirit. Them brothers had a totally different spirit than what they have right now. Okay, but let me continue reading this. Verse 9. And mine hand shall be upon the prophets that see vanity and that divine lies. They shall not be in the assembly of my people, neither shall they be written in the writing of the house of Israel, neither shall they enter into the land of Israel. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, power. And that's what I had sent to him. And when he read that, he told the boxer dude, that motherfucker called me a liar, this and that, and blah, 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 this and that. And he was like, he better been glad he ain't come to camp this week, and I was gonna fight him. We was gonna fight. And the boxer dude told him, like, you wasn't gonna do nothing to him. You wasn't gonna touch him. Because again, the boxer dude was cool with me. You know, even though the Reubenite dude did what he did, and it was everything's of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, but the boxer dude told him, like, you weren't going to do nothing to such and such. You weren't going to put your hands on him. And so he basically made it known, like, you ain't going to touch that brother. That brother ain't do nothing wrong. If you're going to fight him, you're going to fight me. Okay? Because in the midst of all that, you know, it was another brother, which Bayan. Okay, his name was Bayan. He's a very cool brother, Gadite brother. A pure warrior. That he helped me get my name. The name of Mafia Eyes, he helped me get. Because I was still talking to him after I had left HOY. And I think, I'm not certain, because he does have a channel, and I'm subscribed to his channel. He's teaching right now. Because he's just like Elder Monaghan is thorough in the Hebrew. He's thorough in the Hebrew too. And that's actually how I got some of my Hebrew books. Like and I actually sent Elder Monaghan that book. He did it in the lesson, How the Hebrew Language Grew. I actually got that book from that brother, Elder Monaghan. If you watch this lesson, I didn't get that book from Zahar. I purchased it myself, but I got the name of the book from him. He told me to get the book, and I got it. So that's how I got that book, through him informing me, the brother Bayan. But basically, yeah, man, you know, that's how I got my name from him. He helped me get my name off your eyes. Because I basically, you know, he asked me what's about your characteristics, who you are, this and that. And, you know, I basically broke it down to him, my characteristics and everything else. And that's when he started, you know, shooting me names and everything else. And that's how I came up with the name of Off Your Eyes. And it was actually going to be Your Eyes a Moth. It was going to be Fierce Truth. But he was like, nah, brother, you got to do it correctly. It has to be Truth is Fierce. So I was like, all right, shit, well, yeah, it'll be a Off Your Eyes. And so that's how I got my name. And I'm not sure, but I don't think the brother's with HOY anymore. And as a matter of fact, a lot of the dudes that was with HOY at that time when I was with them, they're no longer with them. Okay, they're no longer with them. I think one dude might be with them still. He's from the tribe of Ephraim, and he stayed in Delaware. He would drive down from Delaware to DC. I'm not sure if he's still with them or not, but I did see one video maybe last year he was there, but I haven't seen no recent videos with him there. But basically after that, you know, the boxer told me you weren't going to touch him, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And also too, listen to this. After he had told the boxer, you know, I was going to fight him, I was going to put my hands on him, the boxer said, nah, you weren't going to do nothing. And then before they left, he said, man, that brother, you know, he said my name, such and such. He said, that brother sound like GMS. Get that. He told them the other dudes because he called me and told me what he said. The boxer dude called me and told me exactly what he said about him wanting to fight me and all that. But he was like, yeah, after all that bullshit and everything else, he was like such and such. He sounded like GMS. And I mind you, through the midst of all that, because it's the spirit, man. It's the spirit that this is coming out right now. And that the Lord put the spirit on the Ra'ashim in my camp for me to speak on this matter. Because also too, man, this is crazy, man. This is really, man, Kol Holayim La. Abanawa Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rekak Kodash. Elder Yashawamba just did a video on the parable of Lazarus, the poor man and the rich man. Man, this is so spiritual, man. This is so spiritual. Get this. The Reubenite, because the brothers, martyrs of Yahushua, did a video on that matter, okay? And I can't remember exactly which GMS brother it was, but the Reubenite brother sent me a video, a brother from GMS that did a breakdown, a complete edifying breakdown on the rich man and the poor man, the Lazarus parable. And it's crazy that I'm speaking on that matter right now because that was the introduction towards GMS while still dealing with HOI. And that's one of the main reasons why Yaquataz said that Amaf Your Eyes sound like GMS. Okay? And it's crazy that the Lord brought that back to remembrance, man, because like I said, Elder Yashawamba, I believe somebody, maybe the Elder Apostles did a lesson or two, but I saw Elder Yashawamba's video on that parable, on that chapter. And it's just crazy because that was the very first video that was sent to me from the young Reubenite that I watched from GMS. And then after that point, you know, that's what started flaring me up and started making me want to learn. And that's why all that stuff happened in HOY, because it was destined. It was destined to happen, man. It was destined to happen. So once that happened, you know, I stayed away from them. I started, you know, searching out for more GMS videos, more of this, and more of that. And then, you know, I came across Kowalia. Okay, I came across the brother Kowalia out in Chicago. And that brother, man, he had numerous of channels getting deleted, but I always would find that brother's channels, man. And, you know, obviously the elder apostles, elder bishops, and I just started learning. I just started growing, man. And that right there, that's what all those precepts that I brought up in the beginning of the lesson, that's what enlightened me. That's what woke me up. That's what set me free. That's what made me study. That's what made me do lessons. That's what made me hit the highways and the byways by myself, man. The Lord sparked my spirit at that moment, man. The Lord kept me docile with them. The Lord didn't want me to produce no fruits with those wicked ass niggas, man. He didn't want me to produce no fruits, no fruits with those wicked niggas, man. And I say wicked niggas because they wicked, man. I dealt with them, man. Motherfuckers is wicked, man. How you gonna sit right here and get mad at me because you supposed to be teaching and making sure that those ones are learning, man? Don't you learn when you watch us? Yes. And I wasn't learning a goddamn thing, man. But when I found GMS, I learned. I was studying. I was going hard. I was researching. I was doing this. I was doing that. I was actually taking everything to heed. I wasn't being fake about nothing, man. I was reading. At that point, I had read the Bible. I had read the whole Bible, man. I had read the whole Bible, and I continue to read. I read the Bible over. I don't know how many times I've read the whole Bible. But I've read the whole Bible more than 2 times. I think I got it marked in my Bible, but I continue to read the Bible over and over again, man. Doing lessons, studying, fasting, actually taking heed to the holidays, doing them by myself, man. The Passover, all that, man. Look how much I've grown, man. Being with GMS, man. I never would imagine in my life to have so many people listening to me speaking these words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. I would never in my life imagine this, man. Never, man. And I understand, man. This is how I found GMS, man. And this is how my life has been changed, man. For the better, for the good, man. I'm thankful. I'm so thankful, man. I'm so thankful, man. I never would imagine, man, that the Lord to deal with me this much and to give me so much knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through these men. To have a platform like I have right now, to speak these words, man. To be able to do the work of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalaki, man, I just want to make it, man. I just want to make it, man. I really do. I just want to make it. This is our life, man. This is serious, man. I'm so thankful, man. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful, man. I'm so thankful. Salakia. And ever since then, man, I was just going out to the streets. Just going hard, man. Just going hard and doing what I had to do, man. And look what the Lord built it up through me, man. For him. For the Lord, for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. And Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai bless me. Bless me. And I hope he continues to keep me in this truth and to not push me back out into the world and to have me to keep on doing his work, man. To have me keep on doing his work and to have me to move forward to increase in everything that he wants me to be increased in, man. And that's why, and this is how I found GMS, man. I had to go through hell. I had to go through a wicked congregation to find a righteous congregation, man. To actually be taught, to be where I'm at now. To be where I'm at now, man. Then look, the Lord then brought me into his congregation of men that he set up to give the 144 truth, to be amongst them, man. To learn more from them, man. To elevate, to increase. I'm going to leave it right there. I don't want Ratazar. I hope and I pray this testimony, this testimony that I gave you on how I found GMS is edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true, sincere Akim Wa Akwaf. So with that, I'm just going to say, Kol Layim La, Abanawa Yahweh Bahashim, Yahushai Bahashim, Rakak Kwadash, Watha Wada, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahushai Bahashim, Rakak Kwadash, for putting the Spirit on me, my elder apostles, elder bishops, elders, brothers on down, for doing these epistles to enlighten you, to inform you, to edify you, and uplift you through the power and spirit and words of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahushai. May the blessing and election and protection be upon you and your household. I don't want Ratazar into the next one. So with that, I'm just going to say, Shalom.